Okay, I wonder if if it'll let me with this new stuff. It will let me pick. Oh, it picked back up. Okay, is the chat still the same? Let me double check. Man, can y'all believe that? Am I back? Am I live? Am I live? Am I live? Somebody, anybody, everybody, scream. We back. Okay, cool. All right, man. Now, I'm glad that YouTube done finally fixed that, because it used to be once you lost it, you had to do a whole nother stream. So I'm glad I was able to come back. My internet just like said, look it, I'm out, and came back up, but it's back. All right, we good. Okay, let's see here. So, all right, so we back popping. So I want to get right into it. Since the stream is good, everything is working now. I didn't want to be on here too long. I've been thinking about how I'm doing the show from here on out. If you notice, I didn't do too much of the music thing. I want to like get right into it. So let's get right into it. So, the topic of this particular show is about the Chicago, the doctor in Chicago, the police officer, and the pharmacist that all got killed, that died. And one of my partners, shout out to my man Jeffrey. What up, Kenny Dimes? Hey man, thank you for bringing this up. He was on Facebook today, and he asked the question about the engagement ring. So if you give an engagement ring and the engagement is called off for whatever reason, should you give the ring back? Was the question. And I was kind of shocked, because I've never been in that situation before where the engagement ring, where I was engaged and then the engagement got broken off or whatever. I was never in that situation, so I never really thought about it. So with that question being asked, I thought about it, and I was like, well, damn, should you give the ring back? And my answer was simply, hell yeah, you should give the ring back. And I'm going to tell you why. So first and foremost, a lot of people, well, not a lot of people, a lot of women have this thing in their mind to where they feel as though they've earned that ring, and once you earned it, then it's yours to keep, whether the engagement goes on and whether y'all get married or not. And that's not the case. Look at my wife. That's what I'm talking about. Hell yeah, give it back. That's why I love you, girl. That's why I love you. That's why I do. But it's like, you got to realize that first and foremost, the ring, because everybody says this, well, not everybody, women say this, the ring is a gift. That is not true. The ring is not a gift. The ring, hear me when I say this, the ring is a symbol. It is a symbol of your commitment. Your engagement ring is a symbol of the intention of you two coming together to get married. You are engaging each other's lives. You're engaging in a life together. That's what you're doing. You, her, you are engaging with each other to share a life together. That's what that is. So when you're talking about saying, well, if this person does this and this person does that, and they do this to me and they hurt my feelings or whatever the case may be, and that's just it. No, it don't work like that. You don't get to keep the ring. The ring is a symbol of your engagement. The wedding ring is a symbol of your commitment to each other. That's what it is. Look in the Bible. It says what the ring is. It's the two becoming one into this circle that can't be broken. That's what the ring is for. It is a symbol, not a gift. It's not, oh, since you said yeah, I'm gonna give you this. Now, if he buy you some bloody shoes, and then what Cardi B say, if he buy you some bloody shoes, that's a gift. You put it on your feet, whether they stank or whether they toe up from the floor up, whatever. You got your shoes. That's something that you wear. That's something that you have been given to have. If he buys you a coat, put a coat on, that's yours. It's your size. It was made for you. That's a gift. A ring is not a gift. An engagement ring is a symbol. A wedding ring is a symbol. It symbolizes y'all's union. That's what it does. So in the event that this union is broken or does not even take place for whatever reason, he cheat, she cheat, I don't like you no more, I hate you, you hate me, whatever it comes up with, you guys do not honor that commitment, then, oh wait, I need to fix the, whatchamacallit, don't I? The young chat. If you guys do not honor that commitment, then you are not married. There is no engagement. The engagement is over, or there is no wedding. Once that happens, that's it. It's that simple. That is it. You need to give it back. Here's the other point to that. You should give it back because, let me change this real quick and get this young chat back up. You also need to give it back because most of the time, or some of the time, an engagement ring is a family heirloom. It's something that has been passed down from generation to generation in some cases. My great-great-great-great-grandmother, this was the ring my grandfather gave, my great-great-grandfather gave my great-great-grandmama once slavery was over and they was not allowed to be married out in the real world. They bought this ring and my granddaddy forged it out of the gold that he stole from wherever, and now it's been in my family for years. There's history and tradition that goes along with this ring. So it's like when you have that, you don't get to just say, oh, I'm cashing out on that, that's mine. No, it don't work that way. You need to give that back. And here's my other point to that. Why would you want to have a ring that ain't yours and you ain't got no tie to it? You have no ties to this ring. Why would you want it? This chat thing ain't copying. So it's like, why would you want that? Why would you want to keep a ring that is in a family that you have no ties to? You don't belong to this family. You're done with this family. Y'all ain't gonna be family no more. So why would you want to keep the ring? I don't get that. And the only reason why you want to keep it, because I know some women watching this right now, in their mind, they saying, I'm gonna keep it because I'm gonna sell it. I'm gonna keep it because I earned it. You didn't. And if you think that it's good for you to just go ahead and take a ring that you did not have any type of connection to, and just because y'all almost did or y'all almost was, you think that you deserve it enough to where you should sell off somebody's family history, where you should sell off some dude who done worked what are you supposed to spend 3 months of your salary on a ring? So you think that you should just get that and just be free with it. Now, here's my other point to that. For those of you who still believe that you should get the ring. There we go. Boom. If you think that you should still get the ring, then the person who gave you the ring should still get the benefits of you getting that ring. So, how many people are abstaining from sex before they get married? Very few. So, do I still get to come and sleep with you when I want? Nope. Do you still have to cook, clean, do whatever it is that you was doing in the relationship? Do I still get access to that, that time and the energy and the resources that you gave in that relationship? Do I still get access to that? No. So therefore, you should not get to keep the ring, because the ring was a symbol of all of that. It was everything that you guys were doing together. That what it was. It was to symbolize that. So when you out in the world, everybody knows that you are spoken for. When you get married, that's what the ring does. This symbolizes, hey, I'm spoken for. There's a woman somewhere that decided to say yes to me and take me to be her lawfully wedded husband. And she loved me and I love her and we gonna be together. That's what this means. So anybody else who's interested in me, that ain't gonna happen because of this here. This is a symbol of commitment and love that we share together under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. That's what this means, okay? So you shouldn't get to keep it. You shouldn't get to have it. You shouldn't get to say, well, I earned. No, it's over. Now, getting past that, and this is something that I want to tell all of you women out there, young women who still got hope to change their ways, old women who think they know every goddamn thing and you can't tell them nothing, and to those women that are still on the fence, that could go either way. If you with a man and it's over, Let it be over. Stop trying to destroy or hurt or tear down a man. And this is why I'm going to tell you that, because it's traditionally been that way. Man and woman get together, man and woman break up for whatever reason. He cheated, he don't want her no more. He done found somebody else. She done cheated, she don't want him no more. She done found somebody. Don't scorch the earth. Don't say, well, you know what, I'm gonna, tear everything. I'm down. The nigga tore her house up and fucked up everything in the crib. That's why she would. Okay, still, that's proving my point. That's from my brother right there. When you get to the point to where it's over, be done. Because when you go for blood, when you go to tear down, when you go to say, well, I'm going to do this and I'm going to make them pay for what they did to me. When you get into that, then now you have taken it to a level to where somebody's going to wind up getting hurt. Plain and simple. And just from everything that I've seen and that I've heard about this story and that I've read about this story, it looked like it came down to, hey, we broke up for whatever reason. Ain't nothing that's of no consequence. It's over. The fact that it's over, this dude wanted his ring back. And he wanted it back because they broke up in September. Weddings called off. Then he's asking for this ring back, I'm sure, from September all the way to Thanksgiving, up to now. And he probably had to have it back because they was probably going to say, where the ring at, dog? I know it's over. Where you got your ring back? And he's like, I ain't coming to Thanksgiving. Ain't going to get pumped. Ain't nobody going to do that to me. I'm going to make sure I have my ring so I can be back in with the family when I see everybody. I'm be like, yeah, I got my ring back, shawty. I ain't nobody going to keep my... Whatever. He been asking for this ring back. And I'm going to tell you for what they just said, hey, he tore up her house and all that. He probably tore up the house because she wouldn't get a ring back. So now she's saying she's going to keep it. When you take everything from a man, and I'm going to tell you this about men, you take everything from them to where they have nothing left, then I'm going to be willing to die for what it is, that one thing or those two things, whether it's my kids, whether it's a ring, whether it's a house, whether it's my last $1,000. If you've taken everything else away, you've scorched the earth, you've burned it all down to the ground, but it's this one thing that's left, I have nothing else to live for. I ain't got nothing else to lose. So now my back is against the wall, and this thing that I believe I deserve, this one thing that I'm asking for, you telling me hell no. And I'm pretty sure that's how that conversation went. This woman's a doctor, so it ain't about the money. This woman is a doctor. She just finished a residency, whatever the case may be. This dude was just starting his life out. He had graduated from college, whatever, and he had just got a job back earlier this year. So he's not established. And he wanted that ring for whatever reason. He gave it to her. It was his to give, and it should be his to take back. But she's drawing a line in the sand. No, nigga, you ain't getting this ring back. This ring is mine. You gave it to me. You tore up my house. I'm going to use this ring, and I'm going to sell this ring to pay for what you tore up. Is it worth dying over? Because that's where we're at. This ain't about right and wrong. When you're talking about relationships, when you're talking about being invested or committed in a marriage, whatever the case may be, yes, right and wrong does play a factor, but then it comes down to emotions. And emotion, you can't just check that in and check that out under the right and wrong tab. Well, this is what's right, this is what's wrong, then yep, that's what you need. No. You got to realize and say, is it worth dying over this ring? Because I'm sure that ring wasn't, I'm sure we talking about on the high end, maybe $8 grand. On the average, probably about $3,500. For a doctor who probably gets that in a check. Take home. After FICA do his thing and Uncle Sam get theirs, and you got to take out for the WIC, you take out for Section 8 and all the other stuff you take out for. When it comes down to saying, hey, this is something I believe I deserve, this is something I'm going to keep, this is something I'm going to take, do you really want to make it about life or death? If it's about a house, I bought this house. I helped pay this house. I put the down payment down for this house. If it's about a house, if it's about anything, what is your life worth? You talking about somebody who's a doctor, who's obviously has gotten to some level of accomplishment to where, hey, she's going to do his thing and she's going to go out and live her life and live it like it's golden. How do you feel about dying over a ring? Is the question. Is that really worth it? A house, a car. Is it worth dying over some shoes, a vase, a TV, an Xbox, a PlayStation? I don't know about that Xbox or that PlayStation, Doc, because that Xbox, that Call of Duty, hey, look, I need my game. I need my game. You got to give me my game here now. Don't you hold on to my game now. I got to play with the fellas tonight. We got a tournament, and I need it. 2K, I got to create a player on that specific Xbox that I can't lose. You got to give me my game now, woman. People will die over that. My point is this. If you're going to leave, then leave. If you're going to leave, then leave. Be done. And don't let something as petty, don't let something as small as something materialistic be the thing to say, hey, yup, you ain't getting this. And then they said, even in the video, the dude showed the pistol. So he showed his intention. He like, hey, look, I need that ring. Shawty, I need that ring. You gonna give me my ring. And I'm probably sure that there was some, what you gonna do with that? She went Debo on him. That I bet you that's what she did. Especially being out there with her girl. She probably went Debo on him. Y'all remember when Debo, when Craig pulled the gun out on Debo, he looked at that nigga like, what you gonna do with that besides make me mad? It's like, that's some bullshit to say to a nigga who got a pistol on you. But that's TV. And I'm sure it was what you gonna do with that. Ain't nobody scared of you because you got a gun. It's plenty of different things to insert to that, because at the end of the day, you now taking it to the next level. You cranking it up. You see the flame, you gonna put some gas on it with her. What are you gonna do with that? Plain and simple. Oh, what you gonna do? You ain't gonna do nothing. And he was, my back is already against the wall. I have nothing left. What do you think I'm gonna do? Shit, I ain't got shit to lose. And he literally cashed out. He took all his chips and said, all right, this is it. He cashed out because he had nothing left. And the one thing that he's asking for, you took it. Regardless of the ups and downs, the arguments, the cussing outs, all of the text messages and the phone calls, riding by the house, chilling in the bushes, whatever he did. When you get to a point to where you have nothing left and somebody's steady pushing, you're going to go over a cliff anyway. My back is against the wall. I'm at the end of my rope, and you steady peeling my fingers off one by one. What am I going to do? I'm going to cash out. And that's what he did. He literally said, fuck it. Shot her 3 times. She went down. My man says, I might as well finish you off and put you out your misery. And shot her 3 more times. He literally wanted to end her because she literally was ending him. And because of that, what did he do next? Well, top of the world, made it, Ma. I'm going out with a bang. Like Bishop did everybody in like Bishop and Juice. Bishop was going to kill all of his friends. Niggas he grew up with because he was crazy. Hey, this is what it is. And he literally went into the hospital and bang, bang. The pharmacist was literally just an innocent bystander getting off the elevator. She probably on the elevator like, man, I'm so glad I'm getting off work. I'm about to get up out of here. I'm going to go get me some herbs. And I'm going to go home, pop me some Reuniti wine. Or give me that, what's that, Franza, the wine, the box of wine. I'm going to give me some wine. And then I'm going to go ahead and drink. Smoke me a little herb in this tub. Eat this herbs. And I'm going to have me a good night. Doors open up. Dude's right there. He like, fuck it. Bang. Because he had nothing left. And it's like, that's where we have to realize that dudes are getting pushed to that at the end of the day. And it's like people will sit back and say, oh, he's a punk. Oh, he did that. He shouldn't have did that. If a woman did it, it would be she was at the end of her rope. She was under stress. That's the same thing this dude was under. He felt as though he had lost everything. And because of that, you have nothing to leverage that with. That's just like when people are in jail. If I'm sitting in jail and I got 25 with an L, I'm doing 25 to life. I ain't getting out. I have nothing to lose. Why wouldn't I kill somebody else? Why wouldn't I be more willing to kill somebody? Why wouldn't I be more willing to do? I ain't got nothing to lose. I'm gonna do, yeah, I'll shank that dude for some squares. Give me a pack, give me a box of squares, 4 candy bars, 8 packs of top ramen, and 6 juices. Nigga be dead tomorrow on the yard. How you want? You want shank? You want throat? You want, throw it to the chest? They will do it. That's what it is. So it's like, don't push somebody to that point. If you're gonna leave, ladies, leave. Dudes, same way. If you're gonna leave, leave. And I'm gonna leave it with this. When you in a relationship with somebody, at some point, you saw this person, you met this person, and you guys were interested in each other, right? That's usually how a relationship starts. You meet me, I meet you, we both say, yup, I like you, let's talk on the phone. Then there's that courtship part. You start talking on the phone, you start kiki, you hang up, no, you hang up, no, you hang up, no, you hang up. I'ma listen to you sleep, girl, all night. You get into that. And then what happens? You start dating. You go out, you have a good time. You go here, you go to concerts together. You go to the movies together. You go to the theater together. You watching your Tyler Perry's together. You're doing everything together. You get together on Tuesdays to watch Power. On Sundays to watch Power. It was Tuesdays, I think, is what's the other show? Empire. You're getting together to watch all of your shows together. You're spending time together. You're building a relationship, right? Good times, great times. You're going out to restaurants, you're eating together. You got your spots that you go eat at, and you do those things together. Then there is a point to where you guys become friends. Then there's a point to where you guys become lovers. Then there's a point to where you guys become engaged and you get married. Now, all of that other stuff that goes on. Then, for those unfortunate ones, when the relationship begins to break down, things aren't going right, then there's the disengaging part. There's the part to where y'all mad at each other, to where y'all fussing at each other. All of that happens until the relationship is over or the marriage has been dissolved. Whatever the case may be. My thing is this. At some point in this relationship, you all became friends. To where, hey, you're my friend, I'm your friend. If the relationship progresses on, you can become even best friends. That friendship level that you've established, that friendship level is just as common as the friends you hang out with, the friends that are your everydays, the friends that are your A1 since day one. There's a commonality amongst friendships that you have. As a person, regardless of what anybody does to you in a relationship, you should never let a relationship get to the point to where you are no longer friends. You can be mad at each other. You can be in a valley in your relationship. You can be at the peak. You can be at different stages of your relationship because it all ain't good and it all ain't roses and it all ain't peaches and cream. Peaches and cream. I need it because you know that I'm a fiend. It ain't always like that. But you should never let a relationship that you're in get to the point to where you're not friends anymore. And here's why. When you're not friends, you lose respect. When you don't have the same respect that you would afford your friend that you meet at that you met at work, a friend that you met at a party, and I'm using the friend term loosely, or an associate. I'm using that term loosely. When you have those type of relationships to where It's just common respect. Hey, I ain't gonna disrespect you just because we cool. I'm not gonna disrespect you because I consider you a friend. When you in a relationship, somebody that you sleeping with, somebody that you fucking on a day-to-day, or at some point was doing that on a day-to-day, you should never let that relationship get to the point to where you're no longer friends, to where the friendship is over. Because when you do that, when you get into that type of space, now you're disrespecting each other. And that's how people come home and find their spouses in bed with other people. That's how people come home and they find their, significant other sleeping with this person or sleeping with that person. When you get to that point, then that's your fault, regardless of what the other person's done. Don't ever let a relationship get to the point to where you are the one that's disrespecting the other person. When it gets to that point to where you feel as though you all can no longer be friends, it's time to leave. When you get to the point to where you feel as though you're no longer in love, it's time to leave. And be upfront with that. Have enough respect for that person to where you can tell them that. And leave. Don't go back and forth. Don't hang around, because when you draw it out, it's like taking a knife and twisting it. If you gonna stab me, hit me. Oh, shit. Hit me like that. Don't stick it in. Twist, turn, twist and turn, pull it out slow, put it back. Don't do that to me. Don't do that to your friend. If you're gonna be done, then be done. If you're gonna work on it, then damn it, work on it. But don't get to the point to where you're disrespecting your friend, because at some point there had to have been something about that person that you cared about enough, that you loved enough, that you wanted enough to where you engaged into a full-blown relationship with that person. And if you let things get to the point, and I know everybody talk about it take two and it's 50-50. Yes, that's true. But the only person that you can control in a relationship is yourself. So when you get to a point to where you feel as though things aren't working out for you, it's not what you want, it's changed, that person's not working at building a relationship or repairing the relationship or rehabbing the relationship. Damn it, don't I always find a way to throw that in there? If they're not trying to rehab a relationship with you, if they're not trying to build a relationship with you, then it's time to leave and be respectful of your friend to the point to where you can tell them that and do it. Don't draw out a breakup, because when you do that, all you do is make it worse. Let that person's heart break. Let it break, bam, like dropping a glass. Drop the glass, let it go everywhere, let it be a mess, so that that person can now begin to pick up the pieces and put it back together. Because when you're chipping away at it, when you're just steady taking it, tearing it down, and you know you're tearing it down, but you're chipping away, you're throwing a little jab here, you're breaking off a little piece there, you're torturing that person. And if that person's hurt you, be a bigger person, a better man, a better woman, to where you can just say, you know what? I'm not going to do that to you and waste my time in playing get back. That's one of the biggest things that we got as just a people. Get back. Just leave. Because you're not doing anything but embarrassing yourself, and you're not doing anything but causing more pain. And believe me, in life, it tends to come back to you. And usually, it's more than what you paid up front for. It's usually twofold, fourfold, 12-fold. It usually comes back even worse when it comes back to you. So, have enough respect for your friend to tell your friend the truth. Be honest. Let your friend heart break. Let your friend go and move on. And when you move on, move on. And if that woman is crazy as cat shit, leave and go. Vacate the area. If he's crazy as shit and he tells you at any point in time, I can't live without you, and if I die, if you go, we gonna go. If you leave, I'm gonna kill you, I'm gonna kill me, I'm gonna kill us all. Believe him. When she tell you, I can't live without you, and if you leave me, I'm gonna kill you, believe her. And vacate. Leave altogether. change your phone number, change your address, hide your kids, hide your wives. They raping everybody out here. Do that. Because what you playing with now and what's on the scale is your life. Your life is what you playing with when you don't take him serious. Your life is what you're playing with when you don't take her serious. So make sure that you say, this is it. Like Michael Jackson. This is it. I'm done. I'm out. And I'm going to leave. And I'm going to leave. When we break, we break. Alright? Cool. I'm done. I am so happy to be here. I'm so happy to be back. I'm so happy to be in Texas. I'm just, you have no idea how much you guys mean to me and what I do, and just being here and being a part of this thing. It is an honor. I appreciate you guys. I love you guys. Shout out to Team Redmond. I love you, my wonderful wife and my baby who's sleeping right now. You guys, hey, shows are going to be coming back. I'm going to be getting the rest of the studio and stuff together. My man Tommy, we will be bringing back the Guru and the Whore. So be on the lookout for that. And man, just I want to thank you guys for everybody who stuck with me, for everybody who's checked up on me, for those of you who sent me emails and said, hey, what's happening, making sure you're okay. Everybody who said they missed me, they missed the show, all of that. To everybody I met at Tommy's show, it was awesome. It was an honor. I appreciate you guys. And man, we right back at it again. It's on. It's going down. I am so excited to be back. I love you guys. And remember, everything that I do is just so that you, me, and somebody can become a better version of yourself. I am Brian Redmond. This is the Relationship Rehab. I love you guys. Peace. And I'm out. Bye, live. Yeah, buddy. This is what's up. I appreciate you.